Okay, so here's the story. When Blu-ray became a thing years and years ago, I went out and I bought a copy of Halloween like a year before I had a Blu-ray player because I collect all different forms of media on Halloween. I have like a PSP version. I have it on every damn thing it ever existed on. So I had to have the Blu-ray. But when I finally got a Blu-ray player and I saw what they had done with Halloween, I have seen Halloween a million times. I mean, seriously, like, I can't even imagine how many times in my life. It was like watching it for the first time. For real. I had never seen anything like it. I didn't think Blu-ray would be that big of a deal. But when I got a full HD 1080p television and I got the HDMI cables and I hooked up everything correctly and I threw in that Halloween Blu-ray disc, it blew my mind. Like, I just didn't know that an old film like that could look so good. And my first initial reaction when I saw that was, the film I want more than anything to look this good is Suspiria. Like, that was my initial reaction to Blu-ray, literally. I was just like, I want the best possible transfer of Suspiria. Suspiria is the film that Blu-ray was made for. Like, of all the horror films I could possibly think of in my life, Suspiria is the one that I wanted on Blu-ray. And then came my insanely long journey of looking through the internet, looking at claims that this was getting released, that this is possibly the German release, all these different things. And I was always like, no, I'm going to wait for the right one. One day, they're going to announce something amazing. And like 4 or 5 years ago, they finally announced like they were going to do a full restoration of this thing. Now, they didn't give a time frame, so I was like, all right, here we go. And it just kind of kept getting pushed back and kept getting, sidelined, and I couldn't find information on it, and I couldn't find this and that. And honestly, I personally think this has to do with the Suspiria remake. So even if that ends up sucking, which I think it'll probably be good or great, even if it ends up sucking, I don't give a shit because it brought this to fruition, in my opinion. Just the push of it anyway. But when they finally, I started seeing details because it was all in the Suspiria remake, discussions and posts and stuff. I was going on those and they were talking about this in little quips that they were working on this. And finally I got some real information that they were doing frame by frame 4K restoration type stuff. My brain freaked out and I was like, this is what I had been waiting for. This is what I had been waiting for forever. So lo and behold, here comes the time. I didn't even know that this was getting finally had a release thing. And by the time I found out about it, the limited edition had sold out. And I guess I missed the pre-order and everything. And I was bummed out of my mind, seriously. So I went on as soon as I could. And I went to, diablicdvd.com or whatever. And I went and I just ordered it at a whim, and it said that it was out of stock. They weren't going to be back in the office till January 2nd, that they would send it out if they ever got a copy, whatever. Then I looked through my emails yesterday, and it said that not only did they have one in stock, but they sent it out on the 26th, and that it was supposed to be here today. I haven't opened it yet. Anything, but I'm telling you guys, when this came in the mail, it was like all of my Blu-ray dreams coming true. This is the film that I've wanted for as long as I can remember, and I thought I would share it with you guys because this is a big moment for me. I'm a collector. I have a lot of shit. There's no doubt about it, but this is one of the prize things. They only made 6,000 of these, and I had to have one. I remember saying when it came out, I would pay up to $50 for it. I didn't care, paid $57.99. So I wasn't far off. So let's open this since we're doing this. Oh man, this is just so exciting to me. I've never wanted something on DVD Blu-ray so bad. There are plenty of things, and it's funny because after waiting this long, and this being the #1 thing on my list since Blu-ray was a thing, like everyone's always asked me, like, what's your Blu-ray you want? What's your dream list? This and that. I'm always like, I just want Suspiria. But now that it's here, I got to come up with a new one. So it's been a while. I was wondering what that was. Just a bunch of glue. All right. So little pop off here. All right. So this little insert had a lot of glue on it. I was wondering what was all puffy under there. But the inside, this is the back. Front, this is a slipcover for the steelbook. Oh, let's put that down without hurting it. This is so pretty. This is just so beautiful. I've seen all the pictures, but they don't do it justice in real life. That's so glossy. It feels so good. Oh, the book, two books. One is a Suspiria book. Cool stuff. And the other one is just them trying to sell you more shit. And most of them seem to be pornography. So, okay, that's interesting. And yeah, so here are the discs. Seems to be the Blu-ray, the 4K Blu-ray transfer. This is the motion picture soundtrack, and then they got the special features. So no DVD with this one, which is fine by me. I don't need one. I got that shit already. How beautiful is this? Seriously, how beautiful is this? How freaking gorgeous is this damn thing? Oh my god. Alright, I am going to go watch this transfer really quick. Not the whole film, I just want to look at key frames, pop it on, and then I will be right back to say my thoughts on that. Alright, so I checked it out. It is beautiful, as expected. Man, it's gorgeous. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, obviously, but I went and I watched some keyframes, some stuff that I really wanted to see, especially the hanging scene through the, colored glass. It's pretty. It's, there's scenes that have grain in them, and I just don't think that those are things that can be cleaned up, honestly. I think they can only do so much. I do believe this is the best the film can possibly look. So I am, the color grading and all that just looks spot on. It looks beautiful. There's more detail here than 10 times over from before. You can see everything. I mean, one of the old ladies, like, you can just see like the blue veins in her neck, like, and you can see the pores in people's faces when they're up close. Just that definition that you lose in DVD, that stuff makes all the difference to you. It just puts you more in the action. I definitely will do more of a review on the film itself eventually when I do my Argento run through. But I have a few more things I'm waiting for before I do that. Anyway, guys, if you watch this for some, I don't know. I was just so excited I couldn't help but want to talk about it. So I don't know if this is interesting to anybody. Just me sitting here being a fucking, being super excited. But yeah, anyway, if you did. Let me know if you picked this up or if you're waiting for a cheaper version. I totally understand that there's certain people who don't want to spend $60. There's only 6,000 copies. I don't know how many are honestly left anymore at this point, but if you did pick it up, let me know. If you want it and you didn't, let me know. And then if you're, I don't know, I'm guessing that the like secondary or like the standard edition of this transfer will come out eventually. I doubt that they're only going to release 6,000 copies. This is just the limited edition one. So eventually, I'm guessing months from now or however long from now, they will release a cheaper version. I would expect, I hope, because that would suck if like only 6,000 people got to get this copy. I can't imagine that they would throw money in the trash like that. So I'm sure it'll come. Especially, it'll probably release with the remake, which should come out sometime this year, and I'm looking forward to a trailer on that. All right, guys.